Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, I'm going to do a Q&A, let's say. The question goes, what are some proven tips to help pay down a mortgage? Offset, withdraw, paying extra repayment, paying a higher than the minimum, etc. So, how did we do it? The easiest format for us is this. Figuring out which is, if you can refinance to a lower rate, then refinance at a lower rate. At the very minimum is that. In the condition, on the other hand, the fees transferring between one mortgage provider to another provider will be lower. As in, there won't be any fees involved. If you can get a cashback, that would be even better. So that's number one, lower your interest rate. We did a fix at one stage. That makes sense to us. However, with fixed interest rate is the fact that there is bound to be a cap on how much money you can actually put down over the terms of the fixed rate, whether it's 1, 3, 5 years fixed rate. Now, I like a fixed because you know for sure a certain dollar figure will be coming out to pay off that mortgage. That's number one. That's the second one. Now, everyone's a bit different. I guess some people like a variable. In the variable, you don't really have a cap in a sense on how much you can pay down. But in most cases, depending on the product, some fixed rate product, they give you a cap on how much can you pay down. So the next one will be, instead of a monthly payment, we change it into weekly payment, treating it like as if it was a rent. So the same amount of figure, we just divide it by 4, that is the minimum amount. At the end of our fixed rate, I look at it, if I saved up a lot of money, if you have a cap on how much money you can pay down, then I just save that, so that way I don't get the penalty. Once the fixed rate is complete or nearly to the ended, they usually notify you this, and then with a big lump sum, I apply it, then refix it again. That's how I did it. Week to week, pretend that it's your rental. If you can make an extra repayment without any penalties, then I would do that, because that's what we did. We had a fixed rate, and it was capped with an extra repayment. I believe it was like $5,000 or $10,000. So over the whole entire term per year, we just added those on top of our repayment on a weekly repayment, and then added towards the whole entire lot. So that was my other things. Now, if you can, obviously pay it down as quickly as possible. Some product out there, some mortgage product out there, they do have an offset account. So offset account is exactly what it is. It's offsetting how much interest that you owe to the bank. And they treat it in a sense of, hey, this amount of money that you have in your offset account or saving account in that aspect, we're going to treat that as if you already paid that amount towards the bill, and that way your repayment is a little bit lower. So that's how I understand it. That's how I deal with it. Overall, lower your mortgage repayment or lower your debt, higher capital when you're purchasing a property or investment property. It is better for you. That way you're not paying interest week after week or month after month or year after year. What some people do, what I realize is this, they like the idea of getting the mortgage, but the fact that you need to service this over a long period of time. When you have an interest only, for example, we did a principal and interest as well as that is fixed. When you principal and interest, you're bound to have, I guess, for me anyway, when I saw that mortgage balance in our bank account when we open it, it feels like it's a little bit bigger in text compared to my actual money that I actually have, and I don't like that feeling, the fact that, hey, here's the big debt that you have. So I try my best to pay it off as soon as possible. Look, what I do might not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. I like the fact that I don't have any debt. Less debt that I have, the better it is for you. I guess less interest or less repayment to go elsewhere. In fact, it's the other way around now, where I prefer to have interest going to me instead of me paying interest. So That's the reason why we try our best not to have any debt at all, mortgage included. Mortgage is probably the biggest, I guess, the biggest debt that you can encounter. The quicker you pay it off, the better in the long term for you. Change it to weekly payment instead of monthly. Do a principal and interest instead of interest only. If you need to get a lower rate, go change to a different bank. Some of them provide you with, I guess, a cash back, let's say, of whatever the amount it is. So those are the little things that you can do right now in order for you to pay less on your mortgage, let's say. I think I saw a video at one stage, if you just add additional 1 week payment or change it into a weekly basis, I think you save roughly about 4 to 5 years towards your repayment, let's say. That is a massive saving. And within that 4 to 5 years, you can actually reinvest that into somewhere else that can make more money. Anyway, that's just from my experience, our 2 cents, from what I gather, and our, I guess, in order for us to achieve FIRE. If you like this type of content, guys, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and I will see you on the next video.